All right, welcome in, guys. So, as you know, last time we finished by getting here to Lion's Arch. So, as you guys know, a lot of this stuff is like super easy to get. You do have to go underwater for some of the things here in the harbor. But overall, this is all super easy for you guys to get and very convenient. And I know that it's probably the only one that's going to be a little difficult for you guys to get is probably the Shark Maw Caverns. So I feel like we're probably just going to have to go through and just get that one really specifically done. But I also want to show you a few of the other ones that are kind of a pain. So I feel like it's just going to be better if I just run through a few of them real fast to show you guys. Let me see. Okay, cool. I'll get that in there. So basically, like the Hooligan's Route one is kind of a pain. It's not impossible to get by any means. It's just kind of a pain to get. So I figured we'd run over there and get that first. You just snag some of this stuff. Oh, probably want to grab all the waypoints while I'm thinking about it as well. Just because waypoints are always like the contingency that I always try to make sure you guys understand. They're very important. It just makes travel time a lot faster, especially whenever you're in a city, as I said a few times in the past. It's just easier. I want to see what this guy actually has real fast. Okay, so just provisioner tokens. These are very important, and you are limited to however many you can get, but also the crafting stuff. But these are like the big ones. So if you missed out on getting your Dreambound weapon whenever they had the starting event, these are actually going to be what you want to go for. So these will level with you no matter what level you're at. And they cost 10 provision tokens, which can be expensive for some people. Because, I mean, 5 ectos for 1 token is kind of expensive. Same with the Mystic Forge Stone. I mean, this is probably the easiest way to go about it if you want to use the Mystic Forge Stone. Because I don't remember how many spirit shards it is, but it's a little bit cheaper than using your globs of ectoplasm. But I would not waste your money on, or your Mystic Forge Stones on getting provisioner tokens if you can get ectoplasm. But yeah, these weapons will level with you. They are only of the rare quality, so you aren't going to get as much damage and everything and armor out of things like this. I don't know if there is any armor that actually has the uses the power of its wielder for strength, but I do know that these level with you, which is really good. So if you don't have the Dreambound weapons, then that is going to be one of those things you're going to want to try and get, because I'm still using just items that I'm finding because I'm still going through the leveling path. So if you guys have an account that's been active a little bit longer and you have some provision tokens you can throw around, I would definitely get at least a couple weapons just so that you have them for some characters to help level. But if you're on a free account, I wouldn't even worry about it. I'd just get the items that you get for free basically through leveling up. So let's see. So we're going to come this way. I don't think that yeah, that's above us. So we aren't going to worry about getting this one. This one isn't too hard to get. It's a little just jumping around. This one up here in Hooligan's Route, though, the main reason I want to show you guys this is actually an area in the game. If you missed out on any specific events, that you can actually go back into here and you can get some of those event items that you might have missed. It doesn't have all the event items though, so don't think that you can just not play during an event and you can still go get everything. That's not what it is. There's very few things you can get, but there are some important ones you can get. But the first thing is getting this, which is kind of annoying. I don't know if it'll let me jump up there. I don't think it will. Yeah, no. You gotta jump over here onto these. So this is kind of a pain because if you don't do this right, you basically have to just keep trying until you get it. But, ooh, almost fell off. But yeah, Hooligan's Route is really cool. That chest can be opened up there at the top. So that's another thing that you can look forward to at some point throughout your journey. You can unlock it. I don't remember exactly what the key is called. I'll have to look it up and try to find it. And if I find it, I'll link it in the description. If I get a chance to figure out what it's called, I can't remember. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff here. So you have like lead claw over here. This is some of the exchange stuff. So this is one of the items that you're going to get at some point in time. You're going to want to get this. And the reason that you want to get this is because all of these end up taking up a whole lot of space. And especially on a free account, I have no shared inventory slots. So this is going to be my best friend. So whenever you save up 100 gold, I would recommend saving up a little bit more than 100 and getting this. So anytime you unlock one of these, the Wizard's Gobbler will actually have all those things built into it. And there aren't a whole lot that I think you can get without actually having any of the expansions. So that's another reason why I would hold off and not get it once you hit 100 gold. Just if you end up getting Gobblers. But a lot of these guys have different things. So this is my story. I don't even know what that's about, but okay. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that are really cool that you can do. Has some armor here. I think you just have basic stuff. But bonus event merchant, what? Oh man, there's a lot of stuff in here. Holy jeebus. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If you can get this, it does cost 100 pristine fragment relics. If you get the fractal gate portal scroll though, this is super important, especially if you're going to be doing fractals a lot, because no matter where you are out in the world, you just double click this, it'll bring you back and it's permanent use. So you'll have this forever. And if you do get the I don't know if he has the book. Let's see if he has the book. So there's the teleport gizmos you can get, and I don't know if he has it, but there is a book you can also get. That's materials. Okay, so he doesn't have it. There's a book. I don't remember how you get it, to be honest. I think it actually requires Secrets of the Obscure, but I know that you can get a book that basically every time you get anything, instead of having to buy the books per zone and everything, you actually will just have all of them added into that. So very helpful.
Thank you.
I don't know if any of this stuff is something I can get. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any of this stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any of this stuff, especially not right now. But here is all the vendors for each of the events that go on. So like Winter's Day just got over, but if I wanted to, I could come here, and there's certain things that you can still get, which is really nice. So you can get some of the prizes, like snow diamonds. I don't have any snowflakes, but if I did, I could get some snow diamonds. Large Winter Day gift, which is a bag, which is really cool. It does cost 5 snow diamonds though, but it's a 20 slot bag, and that's one of the largest bags you're going to get. But as a free player, if you already have your mail carrier satchel, that's probably the largest bag you're going to find, unless you have somebody that you're playing with that has purchased all the expansions or the full game and they end up sending you some. I think you can send people up to 24 slot bags. I don't remember if they're bound to account whenever you make them or not. Oh, I do have snowflakes actually. I have 39. So I can get different things here, but this is for homesteads, and on a free account you can't do homesteads. But let's see. And then the Halloween vendor, one of the important things to know is the Halloween vendor should have this. Essence of Halloween. You actually need these to create the teleports to the major cities, and I think also to Ebon Hawk. So that's something else that you can also be on the lookout for, is if you have enough cobs of candy corn cobs, or if you end up playing throughout Halloween, then that's something that you can also get that's a future gold. You don't want to do this right now. But the Halloween pail is very, very good, especially only costing 3 candy corn cobs, because you can actually get candy corn cobs by doing the events during Halloween. It's not super common, but it's not stupidly rare either. It's got a decent drop chance for what it is. But yeah, 3 of them and you can get a 20 slot bag. So that's a bonus as well. And if you've been playing on the free-to-play version, then you probably have enough to either convert candy corn over to the cobs or to already have had 3. So the 20 slot bag, and you can do this with all the vendors, which is really nice. And then lost and found. Okay, so anything that you might have gotten rid of. So like apparently you can get all your invitations, but it requires you to have one of whatever the main currency is from that. So this is one of the things that you do want to make sure you're paying attention to. So I think the next one's the Lunar New Year is going to be the next major holiday, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you want to make sure you log in just so that you get your invitation, even if that's the only thing you're doing. And then your Hall of Monuments Portal Stone. I don't know if everybody gets this or not. I know that I do because I linked my accounts on my other account. So I'm assuming with this account, because it's a new one, I just have access to it, which is kind of cool, but kind of weird. So that'll allow you to go to the Hall of Monuments, and anything that you would have in the Hall of Monuments from playing Guild Wars 1. If you have your account linked, it should be fine. And the cool thing is if you have Guild Wars 1 on Steam and you have Guild Wars 2 on Steam, I believe it links them automatically for you. I can't remember for sure, but I believe so. Tri-key chest. Okay, so I need to have the tri-key to open that. So that's the key you need, is the tri-key. So if you do /wiki and then you look up the tri-tech key chest, if you press enter, it'll open up a web page and bring you actually to it. I'm not going to go through it, but the wiki is super helpful. It's upsetting because it doesn't push it into like a game window, which I kind of wish that it did. That would actually, in my opinion, be better, but I mean, it's one of those things. A wiki is normally always being modified, and that's probably why they don't want to link it, because if there's any changes happening at that point in time when you look for something, then it could end up causing issues. So let's see. So this is another good one down here. This vendor is a glob of ectoplasm, of course, but this vendor, you can actually trade globs of ectoplasm and buy the little things that he has, and you'll open them, and they have a chance of giving you certain things, and those can be very helpful. A lot of it is stuff that you can throw into the Mystic Forge, and I think there's one that actually allows you to have a portable Mystic Forge, which is actually really cool in my opinion. It's not something that I ever thought about, but as I've progressed playing through a lot of the game, I'm like, oh, that would actually be really nice to have a portable Mystic Forge, because then I don't have to go to Lion's Arch every time I need to go do something with a Mystic Forge. So, just one of those options. I just figured since I was over here, I just snagged this real fast. Because, you know me, I can't help it. If I see something blank on the map, I have to go to it half the time, so. Alright, let's see. So we're gonna go... I don't know why I'm going into the water, but okay. I'm probably just gonna run around just so we can try to get this stuff done a little faster. Plus, as I have stated before, you probably always want to go after your waypoints, because they're gonna be the fastest way to getting everywhere. And because, you know, experience. Always be leveling, guys. And if you're not leveling, always be getting them spirit shards, which you need for legendary weapons. And I believe that tier or generation 1 legendaries can be made without actually requiring the mastery. I think that the mastery required Gen 2. I think Gen 2 requires the mastery, but as I said, that's something that we'll look at whenever we progress the account farther, just to see exactly what we can do. Because I'm curious to see if free players can actually get legendary items. And I mean, if you're crafting them anyway, it really shouldn't be that big of a difference. Alright, so let's see. How am I going to get here? Yarg. Oh, I remember. You have to come up here. You basically have to like drop down onto it, I think, is how it's set up. It's just kind of dumb, but I mean, it works. Let me just have my speed boost just in case. There we go. Haha. But normally if you jump, you'll land right here on the box instead of the barrel, but with the speed boost you get the barrel, which is really cool. And then now we're going to run over here and grab this waypoint, because the Fort Mariner is like super important, especially because it is where you go to do fractals. And if you don't know, fractals are basically just Guild Wars' version of dungeons. And they do have actual dungeons in the game, but fractals have basically taken the place of them. And it's kind of upsetting because I really think that dungeons would have been really fun if they would have put in the system that they're adding to the fractals with the quick play system. I think that that'd be really cool to have for the dungeons. And the main reason for that is because they have both exploration and story. And if you play through the story, you get additional story, you know, which is important in my opinion, especially because Guild Wars is so lore rich. And like right here, the Fractal Quick Play beta. That's what you're going to want to get into whenever it comes time to being able to do it. And they do have an event going on right now. And honestly, in my opinion, if you can get the 100 pristine fractal relics right now, I would definitely get this portal scroll. If you don't really want the portal scroll because you don't do fractals a whole lot or you don't really need them, you really don't. It just saves you a few silver instead of teleporting here. You just use this and it'll teleport you instead of you having to go to Lion's Arch and teleport and spending the money. If you really don't care, or if you know, are okay with paying the few silver every time you want to come to Lion's Arch, which isn't a big deal, you know, then I definitely would go after one of these two. Or if you have 200, I would go after both, because Ascended accessories can get really expensive. And yes, 100 pristine fractal relics is expensive, but what you're getting here is also a +10 agony resistance on each of these. So those are super helpful. And even if you have a legendary, you might be able to pull that out. That agony infusion, you might be able to actually pull that out with one of the extractors. So I'm not sure if you can, but I'm going to assume that you should be able to. But yeah, the fractal quick plays, super awesome. I can't do it, of course, because I'm not level 80, but once you can, really good. They'll only ever put you into tier 1 fractals, so you actually do not require agony resistance. So the higher tiers, of course, you will. And this person explains everything. If I just go through all this, it'll tell me all that stuff. And I get some karma, I get a trophy. And then, where is... I could have sworn that there was... Maybe it's just because this event's active. I don't know. I don't know if it's this event or if there's another event. But I know that it might have already gone through or something. Let me see if I can find it. So if I go here and I go missed. There's one missed. I don't think I can see it because I am not level 80. But I'm pretty sure once I hit level 80, I can come and do the quick plays, and that's how you get the legendary gloves. I don't know if they're going to stay in the game forever or what, but I do know that that is something that you're going to want to grab basically whenever you get the chance to, because legendary items, especially with how easy it is to get that one, I would not wait to get it. You basically get a free set of legendary gloves whenever you do fractals, and it doesn't really take a whole lot, especially if you do it a couple a day. It should only take you about a week to get it, but I rushed it, and I did like probably 30 or 40 fractals a day for 2 or 3 days, and I was able to get it just fine. But there are, of course, the more fractals you do, the less stuff you were getting, so that's kind of why it took me so long, because at the end of the event, towards the end of it, I was only getting like a couple, like maybe 3 at the most fractaline dust. So I had to like really like rush and get as many done as I could. Alright, so we're getting closer to the Shark Maw Caverns, and this is also a jump puzzle, if you guys didn't know. So I probably will go through the jump puzzle, but for sure I want to show you guys how to get into the area so you can get your, what you calls it, your vista. So yeah, so you're gonna basically just come over here and jump up here. Just jump up all the way, drop down, you go through this bush, and you're basically gonna just try to stay towards the left here. Or no. Yeah, you're gonna try to stay towards the left here, and you're just gonna go up. Oh. Keep going. There we go. There are a lot of bushes in the way. And then you'll just come up here. Don't know if we have to... Yeah, we don't have to jump on that. We can just run up here. There we go. And basically, as soon as you get through that first part with those bushes, everything else is just kind of smooth sailing. Just have to keep jumping. And if you take it slow going through this jump puzzle, it actually tells you where you can go. I don't want to die. Oh, ow. Water! Whew. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're not careful, you actually can die falling and hitting some of those rock pillars that are there, so just be careful. I think this is, yeah, juvenile shark. If you're a ranger, this is where you get your juvenile shark, because I don't know if there's any outside the water of this cave in Lion's Arch. I think that there's jellyfish, but that's it. But yeah, so if you want a shark, come to the Shark Maw Caverns, guys. So this little blue light basically will show you where you need to go, and it's pretty cool. Let's see. And if you see anything that's not blue, don't go to it. So you just want to follow the blue lights. I want to say, isn't it here? Somewhere over here? Can't remember for sure. Where is it? Come on. Yeah, it's this way. It's through part of a wall, I swear. Can't remember how far it is, though. Is it here? I literally cannot remember. I know that there's a false wall, though. I just can't remember where exactly it is. I could have sworn it was left, not right. Or is it right? I don't know. I haven't done this in so long, man. Kinda nuts. Did I just go around in a circle? Oh, here we go. Blue. And you turn left at the blue here, and then you go through the wall. And as I said, follow the blue. Don't follow any of the other stuff. Only the blue. Alright. Okay. Yep, can't go up here. Gotta go this way. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Then you're gonna want to come up here. And then you'll have to go through this area, which this area is kind of a pain because there are traps. So you want to kind of be careful. Because if you touch any of this stuff, you will get knocked down, which is kind of annoying. And some of the ones that come out from the top will knock you down as well. So just be careful. Try to center yourself as much as possible. This is kind of the annoying one, though. Because this one normally does get you, but it's all good. Oh, see? I guess I wasn't centered well enough. Oh my goodness. Just kind of annoying. Speed boost kind of makes it a little bit easier to get through it, because then as soon as they like go back, then it's a little faster. And then you don't have to worry about trying to jump onto this. You don't even have to worry about jumping on anything. You just follow this, and you can even just... Oh! My speed boost literally ran out right as I went to jump. Holy bejeebus. Alright. This next part, though, is kind of annoying, but if you know what you're doing, it actually isn't too bad. So basically, if you look at it, you want to go here, jump across, jump across, jump across, across, and then over. You don't want to go to the left side, you want to stay on the right side of it. So then I'm pretty sure as soon as we go in here, there's a torch over here that we can go snag. And this is what we're going to want to do if it'll let me up. Okay, or not. I don't understand why that torch just went poof, but okay. Kind of wacky, but alright. Basically, you can wait on the lights or you can just kind of go through. And normally what people will do, if you have an ability that actually like shows you, you can just kind of cheese it because you'll know where you need to go to like jump and stuff, which is kind of funny. It's kind of messed up because like it's kind of cheating, but at the same point in time, it's kind of funny because like it shows you like the map and everything, which is stupid, funny, but it's just one of those things that you can do. It just makes it easier. And I'm really glad they never removed it because that would have been pretty messed up in my opinion. All right. Let's put this back on that. And now this is where you get to choose which one you want to go down to see which one you actually like, if you're going to die or not. So, flames. Oof. Dang. That's upsetting. Now I have to run all the way back to go finish it. Man, oh man. That's fine though. But yeah, that's the Shark Maw Caverns. It's pretty easy, and it is correct going through the fire. I just was a little too far to the left. I should have been farther to the right. That's literally the only mistake I made going through it, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. You guys go through it, you guys should be able to go through, and then you just follow it through, and there'll be a chest that you go and snag, so. Go. Plop. Oh my goodness. Not dead again. Alright. Just gonna pop my speed boost to try and get over here. I knew I should have grabbed this waypoint. I didn't even think about it though. I'm glad that this movement speed stacks though, because my lord, that is nice. Alright, here we go. And there's a Taurus with the speed boost. I don't think the speed boost lasts if you go into the dark, the caverns, but I mean, we can snag it. I do want to actually try to go through it real fast again, see if I can get it done just as fast. Because now that I know that you have to turn right first, then it should not be nearly as difficult. Because like that's literally the only part I could not remember was which way to go with that. So, and then can't go through that way. We have to go up. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh. The bush. The bush is... It's kind of annoying because some bushes you can just like run through, and some of the other ones actually have like roots and stuff and branches that like they won't let you run through, and I'm like, guys, please, for the love of everything, don't do that to us. Okay. Oh, I made a Nubu. Basically, we want to go... I think here. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness, really? Oh, messed up, man. This is going to be a whole video of me doing nothing but failing to complete this thing. It's going to be great. I kind of just want to get it done so I can show you guys and to see what treasure we get, because I'm kind of curious to see like what I'm gonna get, because I have like no magic find on this account. I think I have like 10% or something. 12%. I have 12% magic find, so I'm kind of curious to see if I'd even like get an exotic or out of it, if anything else, you know. I mean, I'm sure I'll get some like unidentified gear out of the chest, because you normally do, but at the same point in time it's also a jump puzzle, so why not? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Just whoop. And then we're gonna wait till we heal, and then we'll continue on. Wee water. There we go. Okay. Now that we know where we're going, should be able to get through this fairly quickly. Just make sure that if you're using this, make sure you pop it before like it ends, so that you don't like forget about it. It's so nice that the duration stacks. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Okay, so we're gonna go to the right, and then have to basically continue all around this way until we see the blue. Go through the wall with the blue. And then continue on. And one more. There we go. Yeah. Then remember, once you hit the waterfall, you're basically good. Like seriously, you're basically just golden. Just make sure not to fall, because that turns into a very bad day very quickly. Oh, come on. Me up, thank you. Oh, come on. As I said, this is the only part that's kind of annoying. Other than this part, everything else is pretty much whatever. This is just the only part that kind of sucks. And whenever you get to the area where like it's the bridge is broken, or not the bridge, but the walkway, this area, make sure to go here and then jump up and continue on, or else that's gonna get you, or the top will get you, because the top comes down as well. Because the trap's just a pain. And then same thing with this one, just gotta be careful. I don't know why. I think it always causes you to take damage there. I don't know if it does or not, but it's just annoying as crap. Try to get through here. This is the only part that I absolutely hate about it. And I don't like that this jumping puzzle, basically you have to restart it if you fail the very end of it. I think that that's kind of messed up, but it's okay. And then this jump, be careful, because you can make this jump, but if like you jump too soon, you'll fail it. So if you want to either fall down here or jump onto this rock, do it if you're more comfortable with that. And then we're gonna probably do this. There we go. Normally there's a torch up here, and that's why I'm confused as to why there's no torch anymore. It's just weird. Yarg. And the lights go like in and out, which is like the only annoying part about this, but failed it. Failed it. Failed it. Because normally you'll have this torch. And you pick this torch up, and then it gives you like light, so you can see what you're doing. Oh. I couldn't even explain it, and then they took the torch away. What the heck, man? But yeah, normally this is just what we do, and almost every character has an ability that'll allow you to do this. So, we're gonna hit 9. And then we're gonna hit 9 again. Stack the duration. Now I don't have to worry about that. Yarg. 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 And you want to aim for this area right here, because there's a ledge here. You can't really jump up to that, so there you go. I mean, sometimes it seems like you can, but sometimes it just doesn't. So we're going to try to do this again. There we go. And you just swim around. Hello? I don't know why that does that. Oh, it's that right there. Okay. And then the magnificent chest. And then there's the captain you can talk to as well. So, boom. Got it. Let's get this. See what we get. Nice. We got a few items. And then we also got nugget. And we got a mark of the stout. Interesting. And then you can talk to the captain. And remember, make sure you sit here. Because you'll get chairs of the world. And whenever you actually get all of these chairs, which I don't know if you can get all of them without any of the expansions. I don't think that it should matter. Or no, it says Alonian. So yeah, you might actually have to have the expansions. But you unlock the chair. So I mean, maybe you can get chairs in a different way. I'm not entirely sure. But it's something. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. So, and then you have to dismount. There we go. And then to leave, you just have to go through this broken wall here. And it's actually kind of interesting because whenever you leave, there's a merchant up here, a karma merchant, that you can buy pirate weapons from, which is kind of cool. But without mounts, this is the only way to get to this merchant. There's no other way to get to this merchant. Well, I don't even think you can get to him any other way either.
Hello, stranger.
So yeah, you can get all the different pirate stuff, which is kind of cool. They are a little pricey, almost 10,000 per, but I mean, it's just you're just buying it for the skin. You're not really buying it to actually use it, so. And then there's a waterfall. Pow. But yeah, that is that. And I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and get all the rest of this stuff so you guys don't have to really worry about watching me go through it, because it is just a city. So there are diving goggles up at the top where this vista is. So whenever you get the vista, grab the diving goggles and jump off and land in the water, and it'll count for you for the diving goggles. Make sure you do that. But yeah, hopefully you guys had some fun watching me fail at that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.